Man was bitten by a venomous snake while surveying. He realized it was a highly poisonous rattlesnake. He quickly pulled out his phone to call for help, but accidentally dropped it into a crack in the rocks. Jack had no choice but to suck out the venom. Then while still conscious he rushed home. He collapsed directly onto the bed. His breathing became rapid, and his mind began to fade. Soon after he passed out completely. The next day Jack woke up from his unconscious state. He had no idea how long he had been asleep, but he realized not only was he still alive, but his wound had also completely healed. Jack felt both hungry and thirsty, so he decided to go into town to buy supplies. He noticed his car was covered in dust, but didn't think much of it. He simply wiped it off and drove off. As soon as he entered the town he felt something was off. The once bustling streets were now deserted, and there were supplies scattered all over the road. Suddenly he saw a body on the ground. The skin was dark and blackened, and flies surrounded it. This meant the person had been dead for quite some time, though he didn't know what had happened. The scene around him made him realize something was terribly wrong. He quickly got back in the car and drove to his parents' house. Through the car's radio, Jack learned he had been unconscious for 3 weeks. During the time a virus had spread across the world, and quickly infected many. Jack couldn't believe it, but the horrific sight of his parents' condition forced him to accept the reality. He believed there had to be other survivors, but after searching the town for days, he found no one else, so he decided to check the big city. However, the city was eerily quiet as well. At least the power was still running. Jack felt exhausted, so he decided to relax by taking a hot spring bath. Then he went back to his room and poured a drink. At that moment he heard someone speaking. Jack got so excited he accidentally shattered his glass. When he saw there were other survivors, he quickly tried to cover himself up. The other person said they didn't know why they survived, but no matter what they were lucky, and all supplies were available for use. But Jack didn't agree with that view, because the power and water would eventually run out, and much of the food would spoil. Just enjoying what's left would only make things worse. They had to figure out a way to survive while the conditions allowed. After hearing this the woman stood up sadly and left. John explained to Jack that the woman's family had all perished. She couldn't handle the loss and had thoughts of suicide. Jack urged her to leave with him, but she refused. Jack then said he would keep looking for survivors, and would come back for them. But as soon as he stepped outside, he heard 2 gunshots from upstairs.